Welcome everyone back to the Pommy Oz channel, and I hope you're doing really well. We are in Manic Saturday, Super Saturday. There'll be a watch along which you might have already watched when you watch this, so that should be interesting. And obviously we're here today to talk about the Sydney Swans versus GWS. This was a really key game, I thought, in the terms of a lot of questions. You've got GWS, the up-and-comers, the brash, noisy neighbours of Sydney, and you've got Sydney with the Premiership failure hangover with a new coach. And the Swans literally blew this game open, an absolute offensive clinic with so much to take out. Giants, obviously, they had a fair few outs going into this game, but we really did see a glimpse of what GWS are capable of as well. One of them games that, although the margin was one-sided, you can say there's hope for both sides. So what did we learn from this one? Let's run that intro and then get straight into it. So Sydney controlled this game, and literally the 9-goal first quarter might have been a final worthy. It was a strong, hot start from both sides showcasing slick, quick ball movement, and Cox ball, as we're dubbing it, was really impressive. It was a real focus there to play loose, to get the ball on the spread and hit the overlap. Giants didn't really look to suffer. They were missing Tom Green, Stephen Coniglio, and their midfield was a real strong part of it, really showcasing some overlap run, but also the willingness to lead. The forwards led really well. The elite use, though, from transition of Sydney just seemed to make them an endless attack. Their ability to transition, and particularly in the second quarter, where they really did put on a clinic, 6-1 in this quarter, really showcasing that they are so deadly without the ball. They really did create opportunities all around the ground. Gulden, Warner looked sensational. Heaney just being the extra in there were really strong. GWS, though, they will look at this and just say that the Cadman-Hogan combination looked really solid. Their ability to lead, create avenues of attack and outlet balls, particularly Hogan's work rate up the wing to when they were under pressure, really did showcase this. But Sydney were a class above. They really were. And they really did win this battle quite comprehensively. So let's go into the 5 takeaways. And the first takeaway we're going to look at is Sydney's forward line, even without Hogan McDonald and Tom Papley, is a threat. And you think when you remove Buddy from this, what's going to happen? Up steps Joel Amartey. Joel Amartey kicked 6 goals in this game, and it's not just the 6 goals for me that were important. It was the ability to lead. Braden Campbell looked incredibly strong. Gulden, Heaney, Jordan, Adams, Corey Warner, Chad Warner. Their overlap run really was impressive, particularly from half forward. Haywood's ability to take a mark, which creates so much space in behind, was just an absolute joy to watch. And what is amazing when you watch this is Sydney have got goals everywhere. Midfield, half forward. They have got so much panache. They are really looking at the way that Cox set this side up. Looked so impressive. So for me, that's one of my big takeaways. Sydney have continued last year, and they're going to pile on the goals. Because I didn't think GWS were that bad. It was just this overlap run, that overload that Gulden provides with Chad Warner bursting out of stoppage is deadly. And particularly in transition and without the ball, once you turn that ball over, it's like 5-on-2s all around the ground. So that was really impressive, how their forward line really accommodates that. The willingness to overlap from half forward into the midfield, and the midfield and wings overload them. Very impressive. Number 2 is Darcy Jones. Now, when you looked at GWS, they had no Tom Green, the ball extractor, Stephen Coniglio, the touch of class. I really enjoyed Darcy Jones's game. Now, he was deployed just about everywhere at times, but his work rate and his lightning pace is something that I feel like was a real point of difference. And when you add Tom Green to this, their ability to offload in tight spaces, I was thinking if this hits Darcy Jones, we're going to have problems. Josh Kelly was really strong, I thought, as well. And it was a return to like the years where we used to offer him 1.5 million at North Melbourne and Carlton. It felt like he really did stood out. And he had a serious work around the ground as well. But Darcy Jones' ability to break lines, provide an outlet and get ahead of traffic and find space, I felt really showcased that this guy's got a real case in point of having some stoppage minutes, run and stun type football. I feel like he is the missing piece of the game style that they play. When you look at Kingsley, he likes this overlap run. I feel like their skills are so sharp, GWS, just their basic skills. Adding this chaotic genius could be really good. So he's one I'm really looking for. 3, Sydney's ball movement, the most dynamic in the comp. Their ability to go into contain, control, to manic pressure, to manic offense is so exciting. And we're going to dub it Cox ball. It is so different to Horse's game style, where Horse had like this kind of controlled chaos. This is just incredible T20 type football. It's direct, it's aggressive, it plays to their strength of manic pressure, and it was unstoppable at times. In that second quarter, their spread, it felt like they had three more players in every pocket of space. Chad Warner and Errol Gulden completely dominating that second quarter. And the moved at pace, they hit targets clean. Them 50-metre hit-up kicks were always hitting their target. Their ability to spread, turn and go, the switches, and it really pulled GWS out of their zonal system. This is an evolution I'm excited about, because usually we have this little funk when you lose a grand final. It felt like there was an exuberance. There was a real expression. It was like watching an artist at times. So there was a real expression, and I feel like Chad Warner is going to be heavily linked with moves away, but he looked a key pillar. It's hard to stop him. They were sensational. That is fearful. We're going to have to talk about Amartey Party, 6 goals. And not since Buddy Franklin have we seen someone just lead with fire. He plays angry. He attacks that space like it owes him money. He really does. He's leading hard. And the way it opens up that forward line and creates space, taking Mark 60 out, but then being so dominant in the air, but then also looking and having the presence of mind to bring players in was so incredible. His little tap-ons, his ability just to play the moment at the right time. And he really looks like he's going to step up and be the main man. No Tom Papley, no Hogan McDonald. And Hogan McDonald is the guy that people put a lot of faith in. I just looked at Joel Amartey and was like, okay, this guy's a problem. And his work rate up the ground was sensational as well. I really liked what Joel Amartey brought, and I think everyone will do. I think this was an obvious 5 takeaway. And finally, GWS. The development of Cadman here. He took 2 goals, and his work with Jesse Hogan, for me, was a delight to see. Now, Angrove kicked 2 very smart goals working in the smalls. We know how dangerous they are. And again, Darcy Jones popped up with a goal, and Brent Daniels did as well. But what really impressed me here was Cadman's development here. They've really kept him under wraps for a while now. Pick one. And his work rate and his understanding, where you have Cadman, almost how they set it up was 2 players in the goal square. Hogan leads vertically, and then laterally you've got Cadman leading into them little pockets and areas of space. And I really like the separation they created. They started together, created separation, and at times Sydney's backline struggled to adjust to it. And I loved how he made them work. And this is a team here really where Coniglio, Green, these 2 players are really imperative to first use and midfield ball. That seeing how these 2 work together said to me, you add Stringer in this as well, who's going to feed on that as playing as that third type player. They're in a real good position. You've got Cal Brown as well coming in to be chaotic and pressure and pace. This forward pairing continues to develop. I think it could be one of the premier ones in the competition, and I really enjoyed the chemistry that was brewing in this game. So they're my 5 takeaways for GWS and Sydney, and I'd love to hear from you. That is the most important part of this. Sydney's midfield, is their ball movement the best in the competition so far from what you've seen? Can Amartey be a 50-plus goal kicker and a Hogan Cadman a dynamic duo? Is that what you're looking forward to? Drop your thoughts in the comments as always. I've done the Sydney GWS preview a little bit earlier than planned. We will have a rewatch of the Carlton one. So that maybe will be out tonight. If not, it'll be out tomorrow when the Sydney game was. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please let me know you're enjoying the content. Peace, love and light. See you soon. Pom out.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.